Hello, BookTube. In an effort to amplify Black voices, African American voices, and to show an out as an ally to what's going on, and just to stand in whatever way I can. If there's a platform to be had to speak out, then so be it. Um, I'm choosing to read here Dr. Martin Luther King's speech, the end of the speech, "Where do we go from here?" I would ask just to keep in mind that when this speech was given, it was by a black man to a black crowd. And now we have the situation very much different, and we're all the better for it. And even though there is a lot of work to do. So this is where do we go from here? So I conclude by saying today that we have a task, and let us go out with a divine dissatisfaction. Yes, let us be dissatisfied until America will no longer have a high blood pressure of creeds and an enema of deeds. Let us be dissatisfied, yes, until the tragic walls that separate the outer city of wealth and comfort from the inner city of poverty and despair shall be crushed by the battering rams of forces of justice. Let us be dissatisfied, yes, until those who live on the outskirts of hope are brought into the metropolis of daily security. Let us be dissatisfied, yes, until slums are cast into the junk heaps of history, and every family will live in a decent, sanitary home. Let us be dissatisfied, yes, until the dark yesterdays of segregation will be transformed into bright tomorrows of quality integrated education. Let us be dissatisfied until integration is not seen as a problem, but as an opportunity to participate in the beauty of diversity. Let us be dissatisfied until men and women, however black they may be, will be judged on the basis of the content of their character and not on the basis of the color of their skin. Let us be dissatisfied. Let us be dissatisfied until every state capital will be housed by a governor who will do justly, who will love mercy, and who will walk humbly with his God. Let us be dissatisfied until every city hall justice will roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Let us be dissatisfied, yes, until that day when the lion and the lamb shall lie down together, and every man will sit under his own vine and fig tree, and none shall be afraid. Let us be dissatisfied, yes, until men will recognize that out of one blood God made all men to dwell upon the face of the earth. Let us be dissatisfied until that day when nobody will shout white power, when nobody will shout black power, but everybody will talk about God's power and human power. And I must confess, my friends, that the road ahead will not always be smooth. There will be rocky places of frustration and meandering points of bewilderment. There will be inevitable setbacks here and there. And there will be those moments when the buoyancy of hope will be transformed into the fatigue of despair. Our dreams will sometimes be shattered and our ethereal hopes blasted. We may again, with tear-drenched eyes, have to stand before the bier of some courageous civil rights worker whose life will be snuffed out by dastardly acts of bloodthirsty mobs. But difficult and painful as it is, we must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious faith in the future. And as we continue our charted course, we may gain consolation from the words so nobly left us by the great black bard who was also a great freedom fighter of yesterday, James Weldon Johnson. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed? We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our paths through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the bright gleam of our bright star is cast. Let this affirmation be our ringing cry. It will give us the courage to face the uncertainties of the future. It will give our tired feet new strength, and as we continue our forward stride towards the city of freedom. When our days become dreary with low hovering clouds of despair, and when our nights become darker than 1,000 midnights, let us remember that there is a creative force in this universe working to pull down the gigantic mountains of evil, a power that is able to make a way out of no way and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. Let us realize that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Let us realize that William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth, crushed to earth, will rise again. Let us go out realizing that the Bible is right. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. This is our hope for the future. And with this faith, we will be able to sing in some not too distant tomorrow with a cosmic past tense. We have overcome. Yes, we have overcome. Deep in my heart, I did believe. Yes, we would overcome. This was delivered at the 11th annual conviction of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, on the 16th of August, 1967. We got work to do, guys. Thank you.